Welcome everyone. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most fascinating stories in numismatic history, the mysterious 2004 1-cent coin that shocked collectors and experts alike because of its astonishing value, reportedly reaching a mind-blowing figure of $11 million due to its incredible errors, minting anomalies, and the extraordinary rarity that makes it one of the most sought-after coins in modern American history. So sit tight and get ready to explore how a coin worth just a single cent could rise to become a multi-million dollar phenomenon that continues to amaze and inspire treasure hunters around the world. Now, the story of the 2004 1 cent begins like any ordinary year in U.S. coin production, with the United States Mint striking billions of Lincoln cent for circulation, featuring the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959. But among those billions of coins, something extraordinary happened, a few rare mistakes that slipped through the careful eyes of Mint. Workers created a handful of coins that defied normal expectations, coins that would later be discovered to have striking errors so dramatic and so unique that they would capture the attention of collectors everywhere. Imagine the excitement of finding one of these coins in your pocket change or tucked away in an old jar of pennies. That moment when you realize that the dull brown coin you've held countless times throughout your life could actually be worth more than a mansion, a luxury car, or even a lifetime of savings. The 2004 1-cent coin story is one of mystery, precision, and imperfection all at once, because it highlights how even the most advanced technology and strictest quality control at the U.S. Mint can occasionally allow a spectacular error to occur, producing a coin that becomes a legend. Among the most notable and widely discussed varieties of the 2004 penny are the so-called double die errors, where the design elements appear doubled due to a misalignment during the die creation process. And these doubling effects can often be seen on the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2004. These errors create a fascinating visual distortion that immediately draws the eye, and collectors prize them because no two double dies are exactly the same. However, what makes the legendary $11 million 2004 1 cent so unbelievable is that it wasn't just a simple double die. It reportedly contained multiple layers of errors that compounded its rarity to astronomical levels. In some cases, experts describe coins that were struck on the wrong planchet. For instance, a 2004 cent accidentally struck on a dime planchet, making it thinner, lighter, and with a silvery appearance instead of the usual coppery tone. Others have been reported to be off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, leaving blank crescent-shaped areas on the coin surface. Some were even rumored to be multi-struck, meaning they were hit more than once by the dies, creating overlapping impressions that give a design a ghostly, chaotic look. The combination of such dramatic minting mistakes, especially if all occurred on a single coin, would make it a once-in-a-lifetime find, the kind of coin that could easily fetch millions at auction. Beyond the mechanical errors, there's the question of what truly makes a coin like this so valuable. Rarity is, of course, the foundation, but the story, the condition, and the attention from collectors and media play enormous roles too. When a coin like the 2004 1 cent is discovered with an extraordinary anomaly, word spreads fast among collectors, numismatic experts, and investors. Suddenly, what was once a simple copper-coated zinc disc becomes a cultural artifact, a symbol of chance and fortune. Many collectors begin searching through their own coin collections, hoping to find a similar specimen, which increases demand and drives prices even higher. Over time, the legend grows, with every mention and every story adding another layer of mystique to the coin's value. The 2004 1 cent worth $11 million became such an icon because of its perfection within imperfection. It's the idea that a small error in the manufacturing process, a slip of machinery or timing, could create a masterpiece of numismatic wonder. Experts believe that the coin's high valuation isn't just because of its error, but also because of its pristine condition, often graded at the highest possible levels by professional grading services, such as PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS 70 or close to it with deep mirror-like surfaces and full strike details, combined with a dramatic minting error, becomes the perfect storm of rarity, desirability, and historical intrigue. Collectors are willing to pay any price to own such a specimen, not only because of its monetary worth, but because of its place in minting history as a genuine marvel. What also makes the 2004 penny fascinating is how it reflects the transitional period of U.S. coinage in the early 2000s. When minting technologies were evolving, dies were being replaced at a faster rate, and the balance between mass production and quality control was being tested at unprecedented levels. With billions of coins produced annually, even a tiny miscalibration in the machinery could produce a handful of error coins before the problem was noticed and corrected, and those few coins, if they survived melting or circulation, could eventually surface decades later in the hands of lucky individuals. Some numismatists even speculate that the most valuable 2004 1 cent may have been part of an experimental batch or a mint test run, possibly struck on a foreign planchet or an off-metal composition that was never intended for public release. Such possibilities always intrigue collectors because they represent a tangible connection to the secret inner workings of the mint, where precision meets human oversight and the unpredictable nature of machinery creates beauty out of chaos. There's also the human factor. A mint worker might have noticed the mistake but allowed it to pass either accidentally or intentionally, knowing that it could become a collector's treasure someday. Though such stories are speculative, they add an aura of mystery and human drama that fuels the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The market for error coins has always been a fascinating corner of numismatics, and the 2004 1 cent stands at the pinnacle of that world, an ultimate example of how imperfection can surpass perfection in value and appeal. Many compare it to other legendary coins like the 1943 copper cent or the 1955 double die, both famous for their unique minting anomalies and staggering auction prices. But the 2004 error penny surpasses them in myth because it combines multiple error types, ultra-high grade preservation, and intense media attention that propelled its price to astronomical levels. The beauty of this story is that it also reignites hope and excitement among everyday people, that perhaps in a handful of loose change lies a hidden fortune, a forgotten error coin waiting to be rediscovered. Countless treasure hunters and hobbyists have since begun inspecting their 2004 pennies under magnifying glasses, looking for doubling, misalignments, missing layers, or off-metal appearances, hoping to find even a hint of the characteristics that made the $11 million penny so famous. And while most of them might never find the exact coin, the thrill of the search continues to inspire thousands to explore coin collecting as both a hobby and an investment. It's also fascinating how such discoveries can influence the numismatic market overall, increasing interest in other modern era coins, expanding the collector community, and driving prices up for rare varieties from other years as well. The 2004 penny serves as a reminder that value isn't always based on what something is supposed to be, but on how it stands out from the ordinary. Every scratch, every misstrike, every unusual feature tells a story of its journey through the minting process, from blank planchet to finished coin. And when that story includes a series of mistakes so rare they could never be repeated, it becomes priceless.